People, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal versus Valencia, or Valencia versus Arsenal. We travel to the Messiah, 90 minutes away from the Europa League final. Whether that's against Frankfurt or Chelsea remains to be seen. But our eggs in regards to playing in the Champions League, playing at a reasonable kickoff time next season for those that have a 9 to 5, it hangs in the balance. It hangs in the balance. Top four is in our hands, as you know, in regards to the league campaign. Just over the last month of football, we've really messed it up. Poor defensive errors, poor starting games at home and away, bewildering tactical decisions. We really just messed it up as a club, and it is what it is. We can end level on points with Spurs technically if we win next week and they lose to Everton, but goal difference makes this a myth for us to get Champions League. So this is the only way we can get it. We have to get Champions League via winning this, because if we play Chelsea and they win it, we don't get the spot. It don't work like that. So yeah, we need to just simply do our thing. Arsenal versus Valencia, we need to switch on. As poor as we've been in the league, you look at the isolated incidences in the Europa, we've stood up to be counted, excluding the shock defeat against Bate or Bate, and obviously the result in France to Rennes. Other than that, we've been spot on. We kept a clean sheet against Napoli. We didn't keep a clean sheet in the first leg, but we've put ourselves in a good position. It's 3-1. Now, I don't want anyone to get complacent, people, because if you looked at Valencia's game yesterday, I haven't watched it, but I've seen the score, I've got it recorded. They won 6-1. Just by looking at the scoreline, they scored 2 goals in the last... the opposition scored 2 goals in the last bit of the game, and they're not playing the hardest of oppositions. But if nothing more, they owed that to their fans based on how they played at the Emirates, and it's going to be a feel-good factor. So their fans even more so are going to be buzzing at the Messiah. We have issues going to away grounds. Yes, we did our thing in the Europa League against Napoli, but if we use the Premier League, we have issues. So we're going to need to be at it. Their fans are going to be at it because they just won their last game and they're going to be cheering them on. That's a difficult ground to go with. Their fans are going to be on them more because of the context. It's 3-1. They have an away goal, people. If they score a first goal very early on, it's 3-2. And their crowd will be on top of them, backing them. You'd probably back them to make it 3-3, which they'll obviously go through on away goals. You'd back us to score at their place, but it's important we defend very well. If you look at the game at the Emirates, yeah, we won the game and it was a good turnaround. If we're honest with ourselves, we could have been 4-5 goals down in the first half. Really not switched on from defensive set pieces or just defensively at all. If Gaia missed one and someone else missed one, couple people missed tap-ins, we need to be switched on. It could have been worse, and we could have had a mountain to climb. So if we use that, they're going to be at home. They're going to be feeding off their energy. Their fans are going to... There'll be times where their fans will get nervous, and we need to make that happen. But we're going to be playing against 12 men, essentially. So we need to remain rigid. We need to remain compact. We need to score that away goal and complicate things, people. If we score an away goal, we make the opposition's fans nervous. You never know what can happen. If we could score a goal in the first 10 minutes, it'd be lovely, people. Like I said, in short, it's Europa League or bust. There's really nothing more for me to say other than it's important we don't let this crowd get on top of us. 3-1's a good lead, but if it becomes 3-2 and very early on in the first half and there'll still be a lot of football to be played, you back any team against Arsenal once to get one, to get a couple more, and you probably back them to do it at home. So it could become a complicated matter for us. We done our job away from home. They only got 1 goal. It's more or less, you might as well say it's more or less 3-2 because 1 goal counts for 2 with that away goal. We need to score away from home. I don't think it's going to be a thing where we can soak up pressure. It's not going to happen for us. We need to go out there and win. There's nothing more for me to say on that. The only thing there is for me to say is talk about the lineup. Now, it's a difficult one, people, because we've been playing poorly. I kind of want to go with a flat midfield 3, but I want creativity within our side. I'm going to go with 3 at the back. I'm going with Leno. Obviously, it'll be Czech, but I believe Leno should be playing in this sort of period now. Leno, Maitland-Niles, forgive me, he's not suspended or nothing in this one, people. Maitland-Niles in the wing-back position. 3 centre-halves. Forgive me if anyone's suspended in that, but Socrates, Koscielny. And my bias is to go with Monreal on the left-hand side, but I feel Mustafi... you don't know what you're going to get with Mustafi game to game, but he was alright against Brighton, so I have no qualms with him playing in that regards. And a lot of you are making a point that he'll be playing at his former club ground. Maybe that'll make him the best come out of him more. Hopefully that's the case. My bias, admittedly, people, is Socrates, Koscielny and Monreal. But you know what? I'm going to say Mustafi, Socrates and Koscielny. Obviously, you've got Kohler on the left-hand side. I think he'd need to get the nod in the left wing-back position. But Monreal is more of a conservative choice to a degree. And he still can get forward. Like you saw him earn the penalty for us against Brighton. So it's a difficult decision Unai has in that regards. But that's who I would go with. In midfield, it's a difficult one because Xhaka's been poor. I want to play Ozil. Might be a risk playing Guendouzi, but I want a flat midfield three people of sorts. So that would mean Ozil has to come out of the team, and I would go Lucas Torreira, Guendouzi, and Xhaka. Now the form Xhaka's been in, Guendouzi's youthful exuberance could go different ways, and it could be Torreira scooping up traffic, scooping up trouble and stuff. I'd love to have Aaron Ramsey and things like that, but who knows? That would be my midfield three. And the strikers pick themselves in Lacazette and Aubameyang people. So yeah, let me wait 1 sec. I want to see if I can try another formation. No, I'm gonna keep it like that. So to recap, I've already said Leno, Maitland-Niles, Mustafi, Socrates, and Koscielny, Kola, Kolasinac, the Hulk at left wing back, Torreira, Maitland-Niles, and Xhaka in midfield, Aubameyang and Lacazette. We need to score, people. We need to score. We cannot go there and sit back and allow them to soak up pressure and let the fans get on top of us. Because like I said, we're playing against 12 men and we have 90 minutes from getting into a Europa League finals. And with what's happened in the league, they owe it to themselves to give the fans the best performance they can. On that note, I'm going to keep it moving. People, DG, thank you for watching and rocking consistently. I'm out. That's the preview done.